For more on the potential of China's internet market and its artificial intelligence industry, I spoke to Ray Wang. He's principal analyst and founder of Constellation Research, which is based in San Francisco's Silicon Valley.
This is going to be the world's largest internet market, and we see the enthusiasm. There's so much startup activity that's happening, not just in Hangzhou, but throughout, from Beijing to Shanghai to even out into the West. These activities are basically taking internet models that are working in the West, applying them to the Chinese model, and then trying to see how they can improve it. And the thing that China has that people forget is scale. Scale not just in the infrastructure, scale not just in the data, but also scale in seeing how viral something will take. And I think that consumer scale is what is so attractive, because every single data point that's created in the digital world shows you a demand signal, shows you what works, what doesn't work, how people are going to react. And that's what's being mined, that's what's being learned from, and that's what's being used to power these other systems that are going to emerge, whether it's artificial intelligence, whether it's cybersecurity, whether it's quantum computing. All these things are being learned.
Let's pick off one of the issues you brought up, because you referenced it a couple of times, AI. Where does the industry, where is it now in China? Where does it go?
I think China has a really strong academic team that's working on that. I think that that's going to be an area of growth for all countries. AI is seen as a competitive advantage, a issue of national security, and it's being used to monitor different things, from threat levels in cybersecurity to predicting and preventing disease, to using AI to understand demand, and also trying to figure out how to anticipate things, from the weather to traffic conditions. I think China has an advantage given the way that PhDs and scientists have been investing in, and of course what we're seeing in the technology startups and the investment from foreign companies and foreign tech companies into China to be able to produce and provide consumer services, and then of course over time B2B services.
You talked about creating new worlds. A lot of people are thinking that this new world may not be right for them, that they'll lose jobs because of all these advances and changes. And you've written about digital disruptions and that they are real. Talk to me about that and the concerns some people have about this future world that we're entering.
The question that is always out there is, will this replace my job, and will it create enough new jobs to take over that replacement, even though it might meet different skill sets? I think the jury's still out, right? Because what we're doing today and the level of automation and artificial intelligence that would replace a human is probably 50 to 100 years out. But can we replace tasks? There's a whole bunch of things that would actually fit into that bill. If it's something that requires a lot of volume, like that we can't humanly comprehend, yes, machines are going to do better with that. If that's something that's highly repetitive, machines are going to do better with that. If it's something that connects lots of nodes of interactions, machines are going to do better with that. But if it requires creativity, right, that's where humans come into play, right? We can think outside the lines, we can break the rules, we create some of the rules, we can definitely think how to break those rules. And then if it's something that requires a high degree of complexity that cannot be programmed yet or hasn't been modeled yet, that's another area where humans can actually think and use our creativity and imagination.
Look forward, if you will, China 5 years from now, a decade from now, where do you see it?
We're going to see two models, one which is highly controlled, highly secure, highly regulated in the sense of making sure that things that are there designed to protect their citizens and their country are built in. And we're going to see what happens in the West, where things are wide open, and what happens to those models. And so we're going to see what the impacts of trading a little bit of privacy for convenience is going to look like. And both models are going to have that. Trading a little bit of privacy for security. These are different experiments that are going to pop out. I'm not sure which is going to work out better for which countries, but I think we're going to see differing views over time.